Hello, I am Archivist Aaron, and welcome to my study. And today, we are back to some... It'll get it eventually, but there we go, Wall World. Today, we are starting on the DLC because last time, we only played the base game. And I don't really know what the DLC is about at all. I know is that there's a big play DLC button here. And so I assumed since there were two separate, buttons to play, that this was something very different. So I don't know if it's like a different game mode or if it's just an expansion on the first one or what. I have no idea. But we've only been doing the base game so far. So let's get into the DLC and see what I don't really know what to expect. But we'll just take it as it comes, I guess. We basically have everything in the base game, I think. I mean, a lot of these still have classified levels to them. Not the mining ones, though. Those are pretty much maxed out. And I don't know if there's anything further past this way. I don't know. I know there's these. These might be one-time things, though. Also, I don't know how to get this still. That might be a DLC currency. We'll see. Let's just press the button and get into it. My grandpa spent his whole life searching for the edge of the wall, but that search broke him. And when I inherited his spider, I gradually got obsessed with it myself, without even noticing. At one point, I thought I'd made it. Yeah, that's where we were. But it turns out, I was just vying for the wrong prize. Ah. However, the village was delighted with my find. We haven't been able to find any cores for several hundred years, and with its help, I can set foot beyond the rift where no man has gone before, and maybe I will find the answers there. Okay, so this is where we were. This is the thing we found, and I guess this is the rift, which is like a huge just gap in the wall that we are now bridging. All right, then. So basically, we can go further north, is what it's trying to say, I think. So, same strategy, I suppose. We got a whole new loading screen here, which is kind of nice. Pretty fancy. Oh. Do we just start here? Well, did the bridge hold up? Apparently we're just here. Alright. Yes, I'm already on the other side of the rift. How are you? Aren't you afraid of staying here alone? Are you kidding? I have a whole core at my fingertips, and the bridge is the most innocuous thing I can do with it. How do you know so much about this? I'm a tech gal. What does that mean exactly? That's like the exact thing that I was gonna ask, is what do you mean by that? How does just being a tech gal, how does that make it so you know how to build a bridge that's like vertical and also work an ancient core? You know, it seems to be more nuanced than just, it's tech. That's right, it means I expect you to bring me new tech marvels. Isn't what we found in the core enough for you? Do you think it's enough? Well, there's always room to grow. Okay then, I suppose we start north of the bridge now? Is that what I'm getting here? Evidently so. And the rock looks new. What the heck is that yellow? Oh yeah, this seems to be the same kind of rock, just with a different texture to it. Oh, new blueprints. Good. We stopped finding blueprints earlier. Better force field. Always important. So yeah, I have no clue exactly what's happening here, but it seems to be all good things, and we still have all of our mining upgrades, so that's always nice. Oh, and there's one of those. I'm a little Confucian. Are there new ones of this? Pulse the gun. So every 5 seconds, release a way that deals damage to nearby box. Oh, that's actually real nice. Let's just pick up the rest of this stuff. Whatever that yellow stuff is. I have no idea. I've never seen that before in my life. But we now have it, so I guess that's a good thing. Let's see, upgrades. Oh! High upgrades. Okay, we have, ooh. Homing bullets. Every bullet has 30% chance to deal double damage. Okay, we got crit chance. Movement speed in the mine. Block is destroyed, adjacent blocks lose 10% of their durability. That would be really good. Once every 5 seconds, the drill deals 5 times more damage. Okay, then. And then we got our pulse gun, which only gets upgraded with the yellow. That's interesting. It's pulse damage, pulse area of effect. Okay, so it looks like there's DLC specific upgrades that use the DLC specific materials to upgrade them. So that's good to know. Let's move on to our next mine here. This is... Am I going to start this high up every time? And can I like... Oh, hi. You're actually alive. What? An outer? How'd you get past Zeus? I haven't met anyone named Zeus. Okay, bye. I guess. We're just leaving. Nothing else to say to that, I guess. We're just like, oh, this guy's talking to us. Oh no, social anxiety. We must leave. Alright, we better, deal with the wave. Oh. It starts us out with much harder enemies, it looks like. You don't normally get those guys on the first wave. Hi, unknown man. We have started the DLC and everything is different. Well, not everything. I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same mechanics, but lots of different materials, different everything, different setting. We're now above what they called the rift, which was the greenery part that we found earlier. That evidently was not the top, but was just like a gap in the wall where greenery was growing. So that's interesting. We have new upgrades, new tech, new resources, new mines. All sorts of interesting stuff going on so far. Let's turn this in here. Another blueprint, very good. Combat capacitor. Not my favorite upgrade, but certainly a good one, nonetheless. Of course, I think all my favorite ones are already max level, sadly. Except the vacuum. We do still need one vacuum upgrade. At least. Because it says there's classified for the next level, so there's at least one more out there. There might be more than that, but it doesn't seem likely. Okay, let's look at this again. We're gonna grab that, and then we have enough. There we go. All the upgrades. So yeah, there's the new upgrades to go with the new materials, which is very nice. And some of those upgrades are pretty game-changing. I do kind of wish, though, that... I mean, it is nice that it's all new stuff, because we're starting past the rift, but I kind of wish that this was a even later game area, and they, like, extended the end of the game. But I suppose the whole point... That's the wrong button. It's very much the wrong button. The whole, like... point of the game is to be faster, quicker runs. So it kinda... Oh, hi. So we have longer range enemies. That's interesting. It kind of is against the point of the game to have an extended end game where... Because already those rounds could last like an hour. If they extended that as far as this DLC seems to extend it, seeing as how we start past the end of the last one, most likely would be an incredibly long game each run. And that probably wouldn't fit with the overall, like, goal of the design philosophy of it all. But this stuff is pretty dense for a second material. And I don't know, how do we get health back? Because I haven't seen any green yet. Okay, let me head back and turn in real quick. Okay, but this has given us the little Orby-doos. Yeah, even with the amplifier, we're just not... we ain't cutting it. We do have a resource radar, so we could try following that a bit more. There's one down here and two to the right. Still got a lot of stuff in here to pick up. Let me also look at the upgrades here. Oh, we can get an upgrade for you. When connecting with the mine releases a shockwave that deals damage and pushes back nearby enemies. Oh! That's not super useful, but... yeah, no. Oh, we already got some green. Oh, but I think that was from the special room. So let's see. This is pretty good. I want that. I'll get more pulse frequency for that. What's this? Highlights objects in the mine with different colors. Resources are green, relics are orange, blueprints and schematics are purple. Okay, that would be incredibly useful. Cluster bomb, we're not going to end up using, hopefully. Let's just upgrade all of you because you're just the generic upgrade material. Alright, now we're getting bottlenecked by the greens. Those magnetic bullets make it so I don't have to be nearly as precise when I'm firing, which is so very nice. That was like one of my main issues, was just getting consistent aim, and this will help significantly. Alright, let's get a little bit more. At least we want to get to the very end of this place. Oh, we could also scan. I forgot we can do that. Yeah, one anomaly, lots of resources. I think it said large mine. But let's go until we find this anomaly. We don't need to get all the resources out of here. Can I go this way? Yes. Okay, got more gold, which the gold actually seems super useful. Because that's like all the early game special upgrades are from the gold. This place is deep. Picking up all the gold at least. It's still going. Why was that impossible to... why are these impossible? Oh, because we are outside of the... this place is way too deep. Oh my goodness. Look at that. This stuff is almost impossible to break without those upgrades. I think we need to come back to this place. I mean, seriously, we're not gonna be able, there's too much stuff. I know that there's a artifact here somewhere, but I just don't think we'll be able to get it. It's too deep and the rock is way too hard to mine through. So we will keep this place in our thoughts and prayers, and we'll come back someday. Like when we get a couple more mining upgrades and can actually tunnel through that stuff with any amount of efficiency. Next mine, before we all die. Let's see, we got more of this. That's probably useful. What is this mine? Same type as before, it looks like. There's one of you. Okay, that thing can jump, apparently? It's like magneting around itself. That's not good. What missile? Alright, back to easy to break rock. And hopefully not as deep a mine. Definitely try to grab this yellow there. Another blueprint, good. More armored claws, always good. Alright, let's grab this. Get out. Grab one more inventory full and then we'll be done in this mine. What do we get? Oh, every 3 seconds the exosuit drops chemical pellets that deal damage to blocks upon contact. Okay, so that will like passively mine below us. Interesting. Very interesting. Not that it's very useful now because the mine we're in is already fully mined out, but it'll be useful eventually, I'm sure. We haven't hit a cloud wave yet. I don't know if that's just because this first biome is pretty big or what. Oh gosh. Well, there's green in here. That's good, but why is this so claustrophobic? Okay, there we go. Good that we're getting some green in here. Because that's what's been bottlenecking us with our upgrades. Alright, wave has arrived. Yeah, but I don't like this opening portion being so claustrophobic. It is terrifying. Okay. But now that we're not bottlenecked anymore, we can get some good stuff going. I like the magnet bullets. They're very nice. Okay. Get back in here. Now that we have all our good upgrades going. Increased speed, increased mining, double beam. All good things. Okay, there's a weapon back here. Possibly. Chemical weapon. Alright then. Weapon that fires chemical bombs in a ballistic trajectory. dissipating clouds of acidic gas rising over the side of the explosions. Okay, so it's basically you throw bombs filled with acid, is what it's saying. Okay, you stay here. We're gonna keep mining. Okay, that's everything. Let's pull everything down here, just for ease of access later, and let's grab you. Only have a couple more runs of this place. Overdrive, alright, we know what that does. That's not a new one. Grab everything on our way through. Pull everything over to this hole here. Maybe even past it. There we go. We'll leave it all in that hole. That's a lot closer. Okay, we're almost to the next wave, which is no good. What is that? Just grab all this. Expedition log, day 346. We were expecting to encounter Shiva, but no one was ready for this. Yes, he really cannot approach the wall, but this does not concern his Zyrex. We lost a third of the team in the first attack. Okay, first of all, Shiva and Zeus are both mythological deities, you would call them. So that's interesting. And he cannot approach the wall is also an interesting situation in his Zyrex. That means that the Zyrex are, you know, pawns of some bigger scheme. The entities outside this wall control them somehow. Because I guess whoever controls them can't get close to the wall, as it was saying, so I suppose that makes it so that you... I don't know, they're like an extension of their being that is being sent to attack the wall. Alright, let's look at what the acid does here with the upgrades. Plus damage to box, deal damage to 2 blocks, and frequency. I don't know, it can only drop below us, which makes it so it doesn't seem all that great to me. We got another one of these claustrophobic ones. But our drill is even stronger now, and this gives us more green, which is always appreciated. Alright, blueprint. Also, I wonder if there are different materials going up and down like in the base game. I can't see that being a thing just because you kind of start at the top. So going down would just be the same materials, just downwards. Plus you'd run into the really tough to mine materials first, you'd think. So I'm not sure about that. What's this? Ooh. Force field umbrella replicator allows you to build towers with a force field on top at the entrance of unoccupied mines. Field protects the spider from projectiles until its durability is exhausted. Okay. Okay, we need this bluish material for those. We need purple for these. A little bit more green for... Well, no, we need regular for this. We already have the green. We have this and this material. We haven't found this yet. Or that, or that. Let's grab that for future stuff. Alright, continuing in. Only 4 minutes until something. I assume a boss wave, but is it the boss? Is it the same boss? Is it a different boss? I don't know. It's a complete mystery. Guess we'll see in 3 minutes 40 seconds. Alright, more stuff to be gotten. Okay. Done in here, on to the next mine before the boss comes and kills us all. Okay, so there are cloud waves. Let's go over this way, grab this. Just because it's a cloud wave and... oh, I warned you to stay on your side of the rift. Who are you exactly? What? Who the heck are you? Let me refresh your memory. Oh goodness. Hi. Ow. Here, take some of the... oh, how about I zap you? Okay. Nice try. Gonna have to try harder than that. Ow. Oh. Oh, that still hit me, I guess. Ooh. Where can I see his health bar? Can I see that? What happens if I use the big bomb on him? I wonder. Oh, I think to avoid that I can jump past him. Maybe. Ugh. How much health does this guy have? Ooh. A lot more health than I do, evidently, because I've been filling this guy full of lead. Oh, that's not good. Yep. Yeah, he has way more health than we do. I have no idea how we're... okay, so that's the first cloud wave. The first one. How are we gonna get past that? I have a ton of news. I can see it in your eyes. Have you seen something exciting beyond the rift? Well, given your lack of trust in my previous stories, I don't even know where to begin. Remember the horror stories about the others from our childhood? Oh, come off it. Yep, there's a gazillion of them right beyond the rift. So what do they look like? Well, they're like us, but different. That's very specific. They have weird outfits. And then more to tell? Looks like these others are defended by a spider. You mean like yours? Yes, but theirs is not a miner. It's some kind of combat mod. I've never seen one like it. So how did it go? Did you manage to talk? No, the others are really not happy to see us. Yeah, that's an understatement. And that thing was very much more combat capable than mine was. So, better force field is good. Better combat capacitor. Also, ooh, we get that twice. Good. More armored claws. Wait, buy all upgrades? That's not all upgrades, we have this. I got an achievement for buying all upgrades though. But this still has an upgrade. These still have upgrades, same as this. So, we'll get those eventually. Oh, but we have these now. Okay. Allows the spider to jump in place. That would be very useful. And I definitely want to get these for sure. Get lower cooldown on that. More safe. Alright. This never seems to help. I don't know why I keep getting this. Because it just keeps kind of getting used up, and I never notice it being used up. So, who knows? But we'll try that again, I suppose. Does it show that whole thing every time we load into the DLC? I guess so. but we've already read that, so that's fine. So here we are. And what happens at the timer? If that's the cloud wave, what does the timer do exactly? In the DLC you can only go up? I think so? I can try. I should try to go down and just see if it'll let me. Let's go turn this in. Oh, let's grab some upgrades while we're here. Like speed. I should have gotten that. But it's fine, probably. Grab one of this. Oh, there's the 5% chance to get resources from any block. One of my favorite upgrades, for sure. We just have our little buddy, this one rock. Okay, now we can get that. And save up, probably. Yeah, it doesn't let us go down past that big rod. So yeah, it's only up. That's all the DLC is just upwards. Which, you know, at least I don't have to like double back over anything like in the first, you know, game, the base game as it were. Alright, what's this? More for that, which I don't even know if I'll be using it in the first place, but, you know, it's fine. Yeah, I'm coming. It's fine. Just hold your horses, Zyrex. Breaker generator. Not the most important, but not the least either. Let's get some upgrades here. More of that. Some of that. Now we need the green. See, as of right now, we're kind of just picking up loot. We don't really need to break anything else. And there's a little bit at the end of the cave, but probably not worth it to bring the breaker generator in that far. Yeah, because it was just those three. And the loot. Alright, I think that's everything, approximately. So we will move on to the next mine. But that would explain why the regular waves are getting so much harder than they were in the base game, is that the cloud waves aren't just regular waves that are beefed up anymore. They're actually like a completely different boss fight. So they kind of had to make the base waves be more difficult. You would still get difficult Zyrex waves, and they weren't completely, you know, thrown to the side. What's this all about? Alright, that's decent. Alright, resource radar, good. think that's about everything. Let's get going to the next mine. We need upgrades, so magnet and all the upgrades. Are you guys not done yet? I'm gonna trust that that'll get them. There we go. Oh, it's one of these places. The non-green place. I want to get as much of that new meta currency as we can find, hopefully. Because we need that stuff to increase the size of our safes. And I kind of want to get as much of the safes going as we can. Man, but they make these materials so very hard to break through. I just want to get to the end and see if there's a thing. It just keeps going. Oh, we definitely need this. When will it end? I'm gonna say when the next wave comes, probably, but even then, it looks like this is going to take even longer than that. It still isn't the end? How deep does this go? Just... Oh my gosh. Okay. I should really check because the gold mines apparently are not worth going into if they're large. They're just far too big. Cause yeah, it took me like 10.5 years to get out of there. We're already getting hit by everything by that point. Okay, let's grab a little bit more of the loot here as an anomaly. Which is probably the thing at the end that we can't get to. Yeah, I don't know how big Wall World 2 will be, because they probably will make it much bigger, right? 'Cause that's usually how it goes, is you get funding from the first game, and then put all that funding into the second game, making the second game much, much bigger and more polished. So that's what I'm assuming they're gonna do in the end. But there's also the chance that, you know, there are other times where sequels are worse, like, most of the time that's with movies, though. Which I don't know why that is. Because you'd think the same principle would apply, but apparently not. But generally with games, the sequels are better. Well, one can hope. There are situations like Asheron's Call too, as we saw. Okay, let's come back to that one later if we feel so inclined. I'm back. How'd you get here? Get out. I'll have to sanitize everything because of you. I use a giant laser to get in. That's usually how I get into places. Alright, this is just this material, which is not what exactly we need. We need the green material. Another what's it? Alright. Not that useful, but good. Might be useful in the gold place later. I think that's everything here. Ow, something's doing some serious damage to the force field. Heavy exosuit. Every 180 seconds, the spider produces a mobile heavy exosuit. With this exosuit, the drilling efficiency increases significantly, but movement speed decreases. Okay. How do I, hello? Put it on. Okay, I guess I'll just stick there. I have no idea how to put that on. I assumed that it would be something you just pull out of the ship, because I can carry it around for some reason. But there wasn't like any button that popped up to equip it, so it's just gonna be there, I guess. We'll have to test it out later. Next mine. Let's go here. Get some more upgrades. That's one of these. At least we get the green from this. Alright, we get a weapon on this one. Locust machine gun. Alright then. Sounds fun. How are there things there? Oh, this goes all the way down, okay. I was wondering how there would be that many materials underneath the indestructible rock, but that makes a bit more sense. Well, let's head back. There's almost a wave here. We have a lot of stuff to gather from this one. Okay, that's a good one. Now let's see. I want to get speed one in the drilling suit. If I get in the drilling suit, I don't know. Interesting. We're gonna upgrade the pulse because it's my favorite. I was kind of sad when we didn't get the pulse thing before. Get some basic upgrades for you, and then there we go. Clear out all these guys. Not that bad a wave so far. Honestly, the last wave was harder because it had those heavy hitting guys on the ground. Okay, we need to stay here for more green for a second. So how do I, let's see. Disconnect from the spider, exit the mine, build. Put it on, put her there. Equip. Go away. Blow it up. Double suck it. E to equip the suit. Okay. Oh, that is very slow. Okay. But I figured out how to do it. You just need to be on top of it, not holding it, and press E. That is very good to know. So upgrading that might be worthwhile for the harder mines, because then we get better movement speed with it. Because otherwise, oh boy. It is a very slow suit. Yeah, a couple more runs, and we'll be done in this one. I really need that better vacuum. However we get that, we must get it. Okay, that's probably about everything. Let's get out of here. Another wave is almost here. Let's get upgrades. Fast, range, can't afford, that's fine. Expedition log day 430. Shiva has demonstrated adaptability, still remaining at a sufficient distance from the wall. He extended a thin, by his standards, offshoot of his matter towards us, and this greatly complicated the fight. Luckily, he doesn't appear to be able to play this trick too often. Okay. Is Shiva the Leviathan thing? Because that's what it seemed to be describing. Let's try the Locust machine gun. Oh. Oh, but it has burst fire. Interesting. Why is this stuff not all breaking? There it goes. Like, this should all be getting destroyed by the ship. It was just delayed a little bit. Alright, bring the tech back. Wonder how many more things there are that we haven't seen yet. Drone system. Ooh, drone system. My favorite. Blueprint, also my favorite. Ooh, durability upgrade. Does that mean if we're getting upgrades for those types of upgrades, that means the vacuum is somewhere in here and we just need to find it. And once we have that vacuum, yeah, we're not gonna be able to get that stuff up that ledge. But once we have the vacuum, all life's troubles will melt away. We will be invincible. Because that's like the one thing holding us back from perfect mining efficiency, is the vacuum. Don't fall in there. Okay, we gotta fight off the wave and then one more run. Why are these things so tanky? Jeez. These things are really freaking tanky too. Not R. We need E. I don't always hit E, but when I do, I was supposed to hit R. That's usually how it goes in this game for me. I don't know why. So it's specifically with E and R. I don't like mix up any of the other buttons very frequently. It's just those two. Alright, what else can we get here? Get past the bottleneck there. We have more of this. This cost. Area of effect. Triggers more often would be good, actually. Because I need to be able to see more efficiently there. And drone. Drone upgrades. Energy barrier farms around the spider, shielding it from missiles. Oh. They made the drones even better. Oh. And now we're here. Alright. Turn your mining junk around, Outer. Your place is below. Shouldn't have called my spider junk, yeah. You frickin' fracks. How do y'all like them apples? So he can just shoot down my rocket. It doesn't seem to work very well. Okay, you're just jumping around, I guess. It's a cool animation for it, I gotta say. That combat capacitor is actually coming in handy against this guy. Because he's one of the only things that actually stays within range for a significant amount of time. Ow, that still hit us. Oh wait, your thing isn't always down, I see. Okay, we can also... I always forget this in combat. Probably because of this. But... we can heal. Oh, it's just not even shooting the right way. What a loser. Get dodged. Okay, I think there are times that is... oh, can I shoot? Oh, I can. Okay, so his anti-missile thing is only out sometimes. And you can break it, it looks like. So then you're able to hit him with missiles. Oh, he ran away. What a loser. Calling my spider junk. How dare he? We turned his spider into a pile of junk. That's all I know. Oh boy, this is here, you know what we're gonna do? E. Oh, it's red. Everyone knows the things are cooler when they're red. It wears no slow, though. But that's fine, we have the range. Alright, honestly, not bad. It did seem to increase our mining efficiency significantly. Also, this was a very small mine, so not much movement was required, which was definitely a plus. Oh, that wasn't even the boss wave. That was just the... That was literally just the cloud wave. So now the boss wave is coming. Oh, goody. We'll see how that goes. Every 5 seconds, the drill will deal 5 times more damage. That seems very inconsistent, and I don't like that. Oh, what's that? Just more damage from each bullet. Okay, that's fine. Let's spread. We don't really need that, and we can't get those. So, over here, we need some more gold for this, because that plus 30% speed would be really good. If we get all of those, that's gonna be a fast suit. And then over some more, we get to the drone. The spread isn't the most important. There we go. What's this? Rocket launcher. Gotta get me some of that. Alright, let's sit at the next thing and then probably not stay here long because we have a boss wave coming. These rocks are so dense. Alright. First boss wave of the new world. Oh, hi. What am I supposed to do about that? That was... it blocked us in. There was nowhere to go. Even at the lowest so we can go, that's not... No, do we have to jump past it, maybe? Maybe that's it. Oh, we gotta go all the way over here. There we go. Get one of that, or 2 of that. Good. Yeah, I think I need to like jump past the thing in whatever direction it's slamming. Did that avoid the damage? I can't even tell. I don't think it did. Stay outside. It's raining. Then E. No, it still got hit. What am I supposed to do about that? I don't think I have anything to avoid that. Unless I get it to attack right at the very top of the screen. And then... No, it still goes all the way to the bottom. That's just unavoidable damage. Luckily we have plenty of green, but we'll try to stay at the very, very, very top. There it goes. Okay. Okay, yeah. It does have a range. It's just that range is 75% of the entire map. So we gotta lure it out at the very top or very bottom. Oh. But the yellow goop shots are making that difficult. There we go. Luckily, they happen at very regular intervals, so you can kind of tell when it's gonna happen. Also, how long is this fight? Like, Jesus. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. That guy had a lot of health. I don't know if it was just that I have an under-upgraded weapon or what. Why am I still zoomed out? I shouldn't be. So this place is very... Can you stop zooming out like that? It's worrying me. There we go. We're gonna grab this And this seems to also be a pretty small mine. Which is probably good given how, you know, dense these rocks are in here. Okay. We're good there. Head on out this way. Okay, that's a new material. Even harder. Breaker generator. Do something. How am I supposed to mine through this? Oh, jeez. Oh, that's the purple. Good. Okay, it's getting easier the more that the thing is blasting it. The seismic thing on our ship. But still. I mean, look how long that takes. That is some serious rock and stone right there. Alright, we need to get going here. Let's... grab up all the purple we can. Because that's the next thing we need. Docking station, not really what we need, but appreciated nonetheless. What the heck is that? Probably don't want to run into it when it's covered in that many spikes. Unless we do. Does that hurt us? It does indeed. It does eventually die though. But yeah, that's... I guess something that's supposed to keep us from just using the claws. Okay, we have more upgrade materials. Not enough of the regular though. I mean, look at this. Even the stuff right next to the ship with the breaker generator isn't breaking. This stuff is just invincible. Definitely need more upgrades, which requires a lot more of this stuff. We definitely need some upgrades for that mining suit. Because if the stuff is going to be like this going forward, then jeez. We definitely need some of that. Try to just tunnel straight through to the end. See if there's some artifact here. Ooh, one of these. Of course, we need those the most, because meta currency. Is this just a weapon? I think it's just a weapon. That's fine. I guess there are new weapons that we still need to check out. The wave's almost here. Chemical weapon. Okay, it is a new one, but it's the same new one as before, so doesn't really count. So first of all, almost enough for that. Let's get this. Oh, interesting. Now let me attempt this against you. Interesting, okay. Hopefully it doesn't damage my vessel as well. Not a bad weapon. Okay, still had a little bit to do in here. Nothing else down that way. Man, not even the triple beam makes this easy, but makes it more doable at least. Oh, what's this? Nothing. Okay. I thought maybe that was like a vertical artifact room, but no. Man, this material is so very durable. We got it eventually. Let's try to get all this down this way. Luckily, taking it down these steps will be easier than getting them up them. Now let's see. We can get more of that. Hopefully that doesn't cause us issues. There's a wave coming up, but that's fine. Oh, hi. Who the heck are you? Alright, it's an email. Ministrybulletin.com. Interesting. Spider number 37, from now on you are required to report on all movements of the aforementioned piece of hardware and the contacts of its owner initiates. And the contacts its owner initiates. Failure to comply with this order will result in an extension of your exile for another year. Okay, and why are you just here? But that's fine. We seem to be running into a lot more living people in this portion of the wall. Okay, this stuff does not seem as durable, which is good. Next wave's coming. I do kind of like this weapon. It doesn't have infinite range, but it does put down AoEs. Probably not the most effective, but still nice. So let's see. Can't get anything else significant just yet, but let's look at these new upgrade materials here. Because yeah, that's this thing. Get upgrades for the Locust, which might be nice. Ooh, we can get some for these. Ooh, more pulse damage. I think the frequency is the most important. Right? Can we get all three? No. Almost can. And this place isn't made up of nearly invulnerable rocks, so we can actually mine through it. What a concept. I want that. Thank you. Oh, and I can see a blueprint. Good. Shockwave. The spider lands after any jump. A shockwave radiates from it. Oh. I don't know how useful that's going to be, but I'll take it. Cluster bomb, not that useful. Can pick the rest of this up. There's still a lot. That over with those. Not that that does a whole lot. Not looking forward to this next boss fight. Because hoo boy, that last one was already tough enough. We haven't really gotten any significant upgrades since the last one. So I guess we still got a little bit of time. 9.5 minutes or so, but... oh boy. Guys are hard to hit while they're moving that fast. Alright, I think we go past this mine. Because I think we finished that one already. This seems to be the very tough stuff. But less tough now that we fully upgraded our stuff. That's good. Of course, we still don't know how tough this stuff is going to be once we don't have our accelerator whatever. Because that is probably doing a lot of help. Microwave generator. While jumping in place, the spider emits microwaves that deal damage to enemies. Okay. That might be very useful. Yeah, it seems like the shockwaves that I emit are a lot stronger than what the ship is doing. Ooh. Spider supported by a drone that attacks enemies in melee range, flying up to them and sawing them. We have more drones. This is the happiest day of me playing this game. Double the drones. We still need more materials to upgrade the drones with. Especially because I'm sure that one has its own set of upgrades that I need to contend with. But we also need to remember that I'm keeping a percentage of the resources that I die with at the end of this run. Because the vault upgrade. Now let's see here. New drone. Oh boy. Okay, drone speed, drone damage, attack cooldown. It's gonna take all our gold. Do we need gold for anything else right now? I mean, yes and no. Where's our, it's this. Okay, we don't need gold for this. I definitely want to get that, though. Because that is probably our best thing right now. And let's get the attack cooldown reduction. Good. Okay, we can just walk through these guys. Let's, yeah, go to this thing. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I like that better than the machine gun. Okay, was there anything else? Is that the mine I was at? Is that the next mine? No, that was the mine I was at. No, this is... How far down did I go? Jeez. Is there any more in here? Yes. Quite a bit more. Was this even the right mine? Was there another mine that I missed again? And this is all just what's left over in a different mine? No, this was the same mine. Because I remember leaving that little metagame token, meta progression token. You know what I'm saying. The purple thing. The one of these things. There's a million purple things in this game, so I can't just say the purple thing and expect people to know what I'm talking about. Because that is not very specific. They do like their shades of purple in this. Ooh. Yeah, all of our mining upgrades for the spider have become pretty much useless. That is very sad. Because yeah, the torpedo does like nothing. Okay, it's just a weapon back here. Let's try to grab this quick like. Railgun. Alright, that seems to be like a better version of the stake thrower, possibly. Yeah, that's a dead end. Give me that. This place has a lot of dead ends, though. That is unfortunate. You get them, drones. What do we get next? Turret replicator. Oh, hi. Can we jump past these? Yes, we can. What the heck are you? Ah. It's the shotgun generator thing. And it's dead. Okay, good. Alright then. Let's look at what we need these for. What do we get? Railgun, turret replicator. Don't really need either of those right now. Drone system, we can get some stuff with that. We have some cube. Yes, cube. Damage, more shots, reload speed. Okay, our drones are fully upgraded except missiles and another drone. And then we still have the buzzkill drone, which less attack cooldown. +1 drone for those, but we need more gold for that, and we haven't been finding much of that. So unfortunate for us in that. But aside from that, we still need this, which is some of like the bramble resource. I don't know where we find that. Okay, we're back to the start. Yeah, we needed these for these upgrades, which we'll get once we have more of the regular upgrade. But it's nice having more drones. Even if I had to spend my entire life savings on it. Yeah, we're getting a lot of this meta currency, which is very good. Because that means when we inevitably die here pretty soon, we're going to have a lot of extra stuff for the next run. Get one more run of loot. And then probably the enemy wave will be right on top of us. Maybe not. We might have... Oh boy, there's still a lot in here. We definitely need more than one run of loot to get everything. Like, oh my gosh. I need a bigger vacuum. For sure. I need like significantly bigger. Like I need to be able to have 100 items in my vacuum. That's when I will be happy. What are those? Did that hit my health before it hit my force field? Shouldn't have. I must have just been damaged from something else, right? Totally. Definitely wasn't some shenanigans. Okay, fully upgraded drilling. We just need this and we'll have more movement speed. We'll get some of that because we have a lot of those. Lots of upgrades, lots of items, lots of upgrades for those items. Lots to get, lots to spend money on. You know, with how much of the purple they give us, the regular purple, they really like to have upgrades that only cost the new resources, which is a bit odd to me. Well, the boss is going to be coming soon. Once again, not looking forward to whatever that entails. Let's grab... There we go. Grab the meta currency. So when we inevitably die here, at least we're going to have that. Can we get any other upgrades here? Let's jump to the... Actually, let's look at the blade drone. We do have... No, we don't have gold. That's what's bottlenecking us there. All the way back to the start. I wish this was a little faster, you know? But it is what it is. Let's get some piercing ammo. Now we just need to rely on our bots, on our drones. What does that mean? Oh. Interesting, that's what that means. Oh, it's going down. Okay, that's unfortunate. What? Why was that so fast? It's barely on screen before it just hit us. Yeah, no, it's impossible to dodge if you're not at the very top or the very bottom. I was on cooldown. Well, that's a problem. Still hit us because of the long freaking delay on that. What? Okay, that thing's just way too fast. Because there's a huge delay on all the jump abilities. No, that's impossible to dodge. Or maybe we did. I don't know. Oh, we're gonna get hit by that no matter what. Because we weren't standing in the perfect position. Did that still hit us? Oh, that should really have a lot more of a window on it. No, we're not in the perfect position. We're gonna get hit. No avoiding that. Because it shoots the yellow attacks out. And that makes it very difficult to be in... How did that hit me? I was jumping. You shouldn't have it so that it's, you know, you're punished if you jump preemptively. Oh, it wasn't even off cooldown. Okay, that's great. You're punished if you jump preemptively, and you're punished if you're, you know, at all out of position or... It's just so many different things. I think they leaned a lot more heavily into the like bullet hell type thing, because they weren't really... Did I get everything from here before? I don't think I did. And of course, this is just the tunnel with a million dead ends. But they weren't really leaning into that genre very much before this. But now they've gone like fully into that. And that's making the game a lot harder, for sure. Because that is not the type of genre that I am incredibly good at. There was one game, one bullet hell game that I was really good at. And I'm decent at The Binding of Isaac, which I believe is also in that genre. But yeah, I'm not great at it. And the window, it might get easier as I upgrade my jump a bit better, but the window on that, and for you to have to be in like the perfect positioning to dodge the tentacle before the attack even comes out, like you need to predict when the attack is going to happen and be in the perfect position, which is kind of at the very top or very bottom of the map, or else it just guaranteed hits you. Like, that is a bunch of BS, because you can't always help where you're standing on the map. You need to be avoiding the 50 other things it's throwing at you simultaneously. So it's not a very fair system for that. We still have a lot of this stuff to pull up, and we kind of need it because we lost all of that in our you know, attempts to heal. What was that thing? I have no idea. It was something jumping there, and I have no idea what it was. Okay, one more run in here, and then we're moving on to the next one. Need to go, no, down, then up, then down. Is it just down, then up? No, yeah, down, then up, then up. Alright, that's all we're grabbing from here, because there's just generic money left in there. And I'd rather not get lost over and over again trying to make my way through here, trying to just get a little bit of extra generic money. We're gonna go to the next one and get whatever's in there, which is hopefully good stuff. I mean, Zeus here. I'd like to remind you that although I'm responsible for your safety, you should not forget the rules. First, don't take off your protective suit, you're not taking a stroll. And second, if you encounter outers, don't provoke them and don't be a hero. Alright then. So Zeus seems to be the leader of whomever these... Oh boy, we get another cloud wave. Can we get any more upgrades that'll be useful for us? Still need more gold. Nothing has dropped gold since the start, which is kind of unfortunate, because everything takes gold. Alright, not much we can do in regards to this fight. We could hit him with some of these. I don't know how good that'll be against him, but... You again. Were you expecting someone else? That's a good point. Nice force field. Oh, that's not the right button. Excuse me. You what? Do I have to hit him out of the air? I probably have to hit him out of the air, don't I? Yeah, let's go back to this. Okay, I can't even see him. How is that fair? Oh, it wasn't off cooldown even. So that's just inevitable. Yeah, PvP is not something that I was expecting for this, but here we are. And of course that comes out right as I'm shooting the rocket. It's the wrong button. Ow. I have to shoot you? Yes. Okay. Oh gosh. Like... Oh, okay, we got him. He's a lot easier than the big boss, which is weird because he's just the well, I guess he's the cloud waves and the big boss is the big boss, so that adds up, I suppose. Oh, that's odd. There was like a cap on this mine. All right, but this is where we get the nice bramble looking one. which is used for like everything, so. And that's the whole mine. Okay, good. Interesting mine layout. Can we get anything with these? I know we can get, yeah, these things. But do we get anything else? Let's also grab that. We need a lot of, as much healing efficiency as possible because we don't have all the, you know, a lot of healing currencies right now. Okay, we need more of that. We need more of the bramble. Okay, we don't have enough of the new stuff to get much. But that's fine. We'll get more, I'm sure. Okay, and this is a different place. Okay. And still, the torpedo does absolutely diddly. This is the cube place. Need more of the brambles. Not more of the cube. Bramble. I mean, that's most likely not the official name for it, but that's what I call it. Okay, well that's another weapon. We're gonna have to wait on that until after the wave. Ooh. I will take as much of this as I can, and you. Okay, we're already out of shields somehow. This place is kind of a maze, so. Bomb, okay, not very useful. And that was, huh? Oh. What? Why is there another one? Man, and this thing is not very good against these bubbles still. Oh, hi. I don't like whatever that thing is. Why does it take so much damage? Are we here or are we at the next one? We're at the next one. Right. Okay. Yeah, we need a lot of the bramble, and I'm not seeing a lot of it in here. Turn this in. Luckily, we're still getting a lot of the base upgrade material, which is always important. Ooh. Med upgrades. Right, and then there was the weapon. Singularity generator, we know what that does already. Alright, we're gonna get one more collection of loot from here, and then we're gonna move on. Because I don't see any more of the brambles here, and that's what we really need. Yeah, so nothing's up here. Okay, we got another wave coming as well. But little do they know, they have come at the wrong time. Because we have a third drone, well, a fourth drone technically. Is this the next mine, or is there... No, there's this mine here. Okay. That torpedo just does absolutely nothing. And I think that is fully upgraded torpedo, which is unfortunate. Turn this in, grab more. Just keep making trips back. Yeah, and the heavy drilling suit does not seem to be super necessary. I mean, I could see if you got less good drilling upgrades, it might be pretty necessary. Still have to make at least one more run into here. So let's look at this. Yeah, we can get that better pulse thing. Yeah, as of now, this bramble stuff is pretty much all that we need. Maybe a little bit of the other stuff, but it's not strictly necessary as much as the other stuff is. Yeah, let's just move on to the next mine. Let me just stop and grab this stuff real quick. Am I the only one seeing this? Someone has just activated a megasphere on the wall. Impossible. We've got all of them. Not all. We left one across the rift, remember? Dang, could the outers have got to it? No. No, definitely not. We didn't get to any giant spherical object that we are then using to bridge the gap into your side of the area. It would be impossible, as you said. Those guys are durable. They're all very durable. Get more of the brambles in here if we can. Everything's already destroyed. Okay. Bramble. Is that everything? Looks like everything. Not a very Bramba heavy place. Next mine. A cube place. Ow. A torpedo's hitting me more than it's hitting anything else. I don't know. Like, I'm starting to question if it's just that the thing doesn't do any damage to them, or if it's like bugged and is supposed to be doing damage to the blocks and it just doesn't. Because I don't know. It might just not have a high enough damage output to be even visible. That seems weird. Bramba. Okay, I think that's everything. So that's all the Bram we're gonna get in this mine. That stuff is not very common, even with the, you know, 5% thing. You know what I'm saying? The more materials, 5% chance on any block kind of thing. No, not R. It's supposed to be E. Alright, grab all that. I do kind of like the cube mine, because it's all cube shaped. And in theory, even if we're not going to be using these resources right now, it is important to gather as much as we can, because we'll... Ooh, Bramb. I missed some Bramb. Very good. But we'll be able to transfer some of this stuff over to the next run. So it's pretty important to still collect it, even if it's just going to be surplus in the bank. We just need 2 more Brambs, and then we'll be getting even more drone upgrade, and that's what's important here. And we need more gold, of course, but the game doesn't give us any gold anymore, because that was apparently a very limited resource. Which I'll know that for later, I guess. I could go all the way back down to that gold mine in the first area, in theory, but that does not sound like a good idea, because that is a long, long ways down. Next wave is starting. We see if we can get... We can't get that. All that's already gotten. All this costs gold. Gold. Turret replicator, not that useful for us right now. Yeah, because all the new things take gold, and all the base game things, we already have my favorite base game things done. So... not a whole lot left that we can do about that. Better scan. That'll help us in combat, right? Okay, we do have... Ooh, we get better healing. Alright, so we have a little bit of healing, not a ton. Ooh, we could get this for the Bram, but we're gonna say that that's worth it. If we survive. The boss wave, that is. Okay, there's another mine above us. That's useful. These things are so tanky. Okay. I think this is a new area. Is this the natural habitat of the Bramb? Oh, goodness. Okay. We're putting this thing on. For the first time in a long time, we need this. Gold. But unupgraded, this thing is super slow. Man, this is just so painfully slow, and we already used the overdrive trying to move it there. Okay, let's turn in. Oh, take it off automatically at the ship. Interesting. Yeah, this kind of place somewhat necessitates using this thing, which is unfortunate. But at least I'm getting gold now, so I can actually upgrade this thing. Okay, we gotta be getting back out of here, so let's grab the Bramb and the gold. And then skedaddle all the way out of Bramb. Why are you not picking that up? Thank you. Okay, we don't have much time. I just wanted to grab the rest of that gold. And grab this. Barrage mortar. Good. Okay, we have the Bramb. Do we need to go all over here? Missiles. It's all I've wanted. That's why I've been so obsessed about the Bramb. Was just for the missile launcher on my favorite drones. Additionally, we got enough gold that we can stop being gold locked with these. So we can get more of this stuff. Not sure how useful that'll be in the fight, but we'll see. Alright. Good. And we have enough purple for some healing. Alright, he won't even know what hit him. Oh. Why is that a thing? Is that just... That's the insta-death thing. Oh, that was the third boss, wasn't it? Huh. I mean, it didn't kill us instantly. That might just be a thing that it waits a bit and then shoots. And you have to, like, be in a position that you can get out of its way quickly. But I don't know. But yeesh. You think we can do something about this Leviathan? I thought you'd killed it. Looks like I hadn't. The beast came back even angrier. Maybe it's some other Leviathan. It's definitely the same one. It has a wound from the core. So what now? Any ideas? I can't very well carry the core all over the wall with me. Well, in order to do something about it, I need to study it more thoroughly, and since you mentioned the core, I went through the tech data that you had found there, and I think I'd be able to make a spy drone that can quietly follow the Leviathan to its lair. That way we can gather some more intel on it and maybe discover some kind of vulnerability. Any news from your scout job? Oh. Apparently, I'd skipped whatever trigger made it so that it goes to the next conversation, so we're just having 2 in a row. Not yet. Why? This Leviathan is driving me nuts. Did it pull another stunt? Tack. When you thought you'd killed it? Yes, well, now it went and grew itself a new one. Well, maybe I could help you with that. You've just been sitting on that? Well, the core logs are not what you'd call light reading. Their technologies, whoever they are far superior to ours. I figured this thing out only recently. What have you learned? I think there's a way to assemble a smaller copy of the core's string projector, small enough to fit on your spider. And what does it do, this projector? It's the thing in the core that pierced the Leviathan's eye. Yes, gimme. Sure thing, boss. I happen to have a whole Unseen Guardians warehouse at hand. I see, how much? A lot. It's very expensive. Alright, comparatively, that's not that expensive. I need to let the cat in as well. She's been wanting in the whole game. She's needy. Very needy kitty. Okay, now upgrades, people. Upgrades. We can do that, I guess. Shockwave generation. What is this? Right, jumping in place. Sure. We have the money. The only thing we don't have is this, which we can get more of. Okay, so that's the max level. Good. So that's that. Spider jump in place, cooldown. Let's grab this, because I think... That's like all of our money that's left for that. Let's look at what else we can get. We can get more durability. Definitely getting that. Of course, that was like dirt cheap and we can still afford the other one. All right, then. Because, yeah, jumping in place, cooldown would be super useful. Maybe this is better. Yeah, we'll go with that. Because, yeah, being able to jump in place more frequently, because there were certain attacks that were coming at us faster than this was regenerating, so we needed to get at least one upgrade on that to be able to cope with those. So that's good. And now this thing we can't afford for a while, but that's fine, because we have the first level of it, so I assume that'll be enough to get by for now. But yeesh, that's it's getting intense. I want my next vacuum level. But I think we're gonna, because I've been contemplating here if I want to do another run or if I want to just end it here, because the runs are pretty long. I mean, that one, like 40 something minutes or something just on that one run. So I think I'm gonna not do a third run for today, but we're gonna get back to this tomorrow, right? Because it's Friday. Probably. Yes. So we're gonna be doing that. I probably should double check. We're gonna go to this screen. I'm gonna go double check what day it is. Yeah, it's Friday, so we'll be back tomorrow, which is Saturday. And then we'll hopefully get some good, so we'll figure out how to use the string projector. And hopefully that goes well for us. And yeah, that'll be about it. And we'll also next time get to see how the emergency safe does, because we haven't really gotten to test that out yet, but we should have at the start of the next run about 15% of the materials that we had at the end of the last run, which was a lot. So hopefully that'll be a good thing. So yeah, well, I'll get back to this tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Thanks for joining me for the stream, and goodbye.